go. Hello, it's Bedtime Stories with Miss Beth, and Leah's here. Leah and I had a little extra time on our hands today, so we built a fort. I hope you like it. We pulled blankets, we have chairs for our sides, and then we added some Christmas lights. You can build a fort as easily as Leah and I did. Ask your grown-up for supplies and find a cozy place. And then when you're finished building your fort, you can crawl in and read a great story. I'm going to read Secrets of the Seashore today, and it's a Shine the Light book, which is a cool feature. All you need is a flashlight. I got my flashlight at the dollar store. Here we go. This story is by Karen Brown. And it's got a really cool feature because I use my flashlight to see what's in the tide pool. A tide pool is a hollow on the seashore. Can you see what happens when the tide comes in? Look at all that lives in a tide pool, which isn't very big. It's pretty shallow. Let's find out about each of those things that are in the tide pool. Whoosh! The seawater flows in with the tide and fills the tide pool. I see fish, a starfish, and shrimp, to name some. Creatures that live in the seawater have waited for the tide pool to fill. What's hiding in these shells? These shells right here. Let's see if we can see what there is in them. Look at that. What's inside? Well, we're going to find out. Bubble, bubble. Mussels keep their blue shells tightly shut while the tide is out. Now they open their shells and begin to feed. That's what they're doing right there. Creatures cling to the rocks around the pool. Who could live in shells like these? Well, let's find out. I hope you can see those. Pretty cool, huh? Who can live in shells like these? Leah wants to find out. Barnacles come to life in the water. They reach out their feathery legs to wave tiny pieces of food into their mouths. Flutter, flutter. They're waving and getting that food. Other creatures are waking up too. What are these jewel-like animals? We're going to look at these right here with our flashlight. What are these beautiful things? Right there. Gorgeous colors. Stretch! 2 sea anemones are searching for food. With their long, wiggly tentacles, they eat small fish and shrimp. Dark nooks under rocks make perfect hiding places. Can you see who is resting in there? I'm going to come up here and look. What is it? Leah, do you know what it is? Leah, do you know? She's busy looking at a cat right now. Click, click. A crab holds its pinchers up, ready to grab a tidbit to eat. The crab is on the move, but there's another hunter nearby. Let's see what that is right there, hidden in the sand. Let me get my flashlight ready. Can you see it? Do you see that right there? Looks like a starfish. Hold tight. A starfish uses 2 black suckers on its underside to hold on to the rock. And there's our starfish. Beautiful. Another animal with suckers is resting in the tide pool. You can see eyes. Can you count its 8 arms? What do you think has 8 arms? I know it's not a spider. Let's see. We'll go from this way. And count all those legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, it's an octopus. An octopus has 8 arms with suckers on the undersides. It crawls slowly over the rocks. And there's an animal hiding in the sand. Only its eyes can be seen. There you go. think it is? Splish splash! A small fish lives in the tide pool. It hides under rocks and seaweed and in the sand. Think of all the life that we are learning about that lives in a tide pool. Another tide pool creature lives in a large shell. What do you think it could be? Some of you may have these as pets. Let's find out. Surprise! A hermit crab has made his home in the empty shell. This whelk is sharing its part of the tide pool with small swimming creatures. There it is. I hope you can see those. Those are hard to get to. They're in the middle of the page. Do you see them? Right there. Can you see them? Swish! Shrimp move backward by quickly flicking their tails. Their see-through bodies are much easier to find when they move. Something is waving in the water. Which plants live in the sea? Let's see. Oh my goodness! Lots of plants, huh? Let's find out what they are. Slick and slimy seaweed anchor itself to rocks and grow in the sun. What is slithering along in the seaweed? Let's find out. Oh, look at that. A whelk is looking for other shellfish. It can drill a hole through a shell to eat the creature inside. Ooh. And a sleek sea otter has spotted something. Can you see what's for dinner? Look at that. What are those fluffy things? Ouch! Most animals stay away from these nasty spikes, but an urchin is a tasty meal for the sea otter. And which orange-beaked bird lives on the seashore? And here we go. Looks like it's hidden, huh? And it's an oyster catcher is calling to the other birds. Squawk! Can you see what the oyster catcher has found in the sand? It's part of its namesake. I think those might be. It's a clam! The oyster catcher's long beak is perfect for finding buried food. Slowly, the tide retreats, and with it, much of the water in the tide pool. Its animals and plants are resting again, waiting for the next tide to come in. Think of all the life that we read about in the tide pool. Pretty cool. At the end of this book, this has a glossary of the animals and plants that we saw in the book. Pretty cool. So today, when you need a little something to do, build a fort and bring your books inside and read. With your dog, without your dog. Cats like forts too. And this book will be waiting for you when the library reopens. Thanks for reading with me. Bye.